Hi guys, this is Tina. Welcome back to my channel. So you may have seen my recent video where we did the gorgeous kind of oval frames that we did with the gilding and things like that. And I kept the ovals that I had punched out from the centres of the frames because obviously I was quite stingy. They looked like a significant piece of paper that I could maybe do something with. So what I've done is so far I have just literally stamped on some butterflies onto the ovals, and I've just used literally a smallish obviously butterfly stamp. I can't tell you, I'm afraid, what stamp this is because I've had it for years, and you can probably see, I mean, it's pretty disgusting now, but I have mounted it onto this wooden block, so hence I can't really see to get it dead central in the middle of the oval, but that's fine. I didn't really mind that. So what I thought that we could do is just make some literally like baby tags basically. So I've just got here just some literally scraps of some coffee dyed paper that were just lingering around and not really doing a lot. I've got some brown paper bag just that I had left over again from not really doing kind of much on my desk. It was just kind of buried. So I thought, let's just make some really nice basic tags that we can use into our journals by using these bits up. So what I'm going to do is, I think, rough some of these up. I might do some and not all. We'll just see how we get on. So just going around, and then I'm going to distress ink around these so that they look really nice and sort of grungy. I mean, to be honest, we might even be able to kind of screw some up, or I don't know. I'm kind of wanting them to look quite quite grungy, but screwing them up maybe will be a step too far. Who knows? Yeah, probably. Let's try one. Let's just try that. Well, I quite like it. Gives it a different sort of feel and a different texture, I guess. So just rough that up as well. So should we do another one? Screwing another one up? Not necessarily these two because they've got a small frame around them where they were the bigger ovals. But maybe this one. Let's just try this one. I mean, it kind of softens the paper, doesn't it, when you screw them up? So there we go. Right. Okay, let me put my scissors out the way. I will probably need them again in a minute and then I won't be able to find them, but for the moment I'll just pop them out the way. So just bring my distress ink in and we'll just ink up. So let's see what happens with these screwed up, whether it's making much of a difference because it's been screwed up. Not sure really, but it doesn't matter. So we just screw it up a little bit more. There we go. So I like how that looks. It's it's got a really nice attic-y look about it. And we'll do this one, which has not been screwed up. This one again is one of the screwed up ones, so just do it again. Wonder if I just could do in the creases a bit. Oh no, that looks terrible now. That looks terrible. Oh well. Oh well, we live and learn, don't we? Well, it's not too bad now, I suppose. Right. Okay. And we just ink up these. And this one. It's a bit like a mass make, isn't it? It's mass making some ephemera pieces and some tags, mini tags. These are going to be for our junk journals, and just using scraps. So we're just doing a mass make using some scraps to make some mini tags. But I'm just kind of wanting to use up some little bits, and I thought, well, let's use up some of these little bits that we've got laying around on the desk. So got these here. I'm just going to fold that in half to get my kind of basic tag size, and then I'll just cut that down there, and we'll just make our couple of tag type bits. Okay, so that's 1, 2, how many butterflies have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Okay, so we might not have quite enough to do these. So let's, well, I guess we could do it this way. Now this is just kind of paper. This is, well, it's thicker than copy paper, but it's not sort of really stiff or anything. So they're not going to be the world's stiffest tags, but I mean, hopefully once I've kind of stuck a few things on, they'll thicken up and, you know, become a bit more robust. And then this one here, yeah, we're going to have to, I think, well, they could be short stumpy tags, I guess, couldn't they? Yeah, let's just do them like that. So 1, 2. Wow, that was off, wasn't it? Right. Do we think that's too weird shape to have as a tag? I'm just going to cut that down a bit, that side. Is that too weird? Let's round that corner and see whether they look any better now. Oops. Oh, we could even keep that one as a little... Oh, let's do that. Okay, so now I'm definitely some scraps short, so let's just see. Okay, I've got some buff coloured card here, so we could do, yeah, let's try and do another tag or two out of this. So, and actually I'm just thinking I should have cut this into 3 or folded this into 3, and I probably could have got 3 tags out of this, but sometimes you just don't think of things until it's too late. Right. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of a kind of assembly line style thing going on here. So let's put these out the way a bit. Okay, right. Okay, so then I'm just going to get my paper bag. Now, what I'm going to do, I think, is stamp on this with... I've actually got this new stamp, which I've only used this once so far, and I don't think I've actually used it in a video yet. So let's use this stamp. It's a tape measure. It's from, oh, I can't remember who this is from. I'm so sorry. I literally only got this the other day, and oh, already I now can't find the packaging. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. It was either indigo blue or inky dinky doo. I feel like it was one of those. I'm so sorry. I just literally can't remember for the life of me what it was. Right, let's just go over there. So I'm just going to go like randomly over this paper bag, because I'm going to just tear this down. So I just want to kind of get some sort of pattern going on across the paper bag that I can then use. Oops, I've now got some up one way, some up the other way. Oh well, it doesn't matter, because as I say, I'm going to be tearing this down. Luckily I'm going to be tearing this down. Okay, right. Let's get rid of that out of the way. Right, let's just tear this down a bit. So, I want to kind of just have bits and pieces like layered up really on these tags, don't we? So, let's just do this one here. Oh, let's have it on that one. Oh, oh. Now, what I'm thinking actually, and I've only just that second thought of this, I think what would be quite nice is to have some sort of textury type background to these. So I'm just wondering whether we could have this. Now I bought black soot distress ink recently, and I think I have used that in a video. I didn't get on with it very well, I have to say. It was super messy. And I've only used it that one time because that kind of put me off. So let's see if I can get on any better now. Probably not, to be honest. Might just be that it's kind of beyond me, but let's try. Oh dear. That was terrible, wasn't it? That stamping. Not so sure about that, to be honest. I think I would have been better with my stays on, so we'll see. I might go back to my stays on in a minute. Oh, that's a bit better. Okay. Oh gosh, doesn't that look gorgeous? I love how that looks. Oh, that is scrumptious, I must say. Okay, oh here. The text in the side, so just kind of randomly stamping around on these any old place. You know, I'm just trying to cover them up so they're not just a great big blank space, really. So that's all I'm doing. Okay, right, let me put that to one side. Just quickly wipe my mat down. Because as I say, I did get in quite a mess with this the other day. So yeah, I have to be a little bit careful or else I'm going to end up super messy again. Right, put that out the way. Okay, let's just bring this back in. So, I mean, for me already, that's like, oh, yummy, looks lovely. It's just kind of my type of thing, really. And I'm just, yeah, going to just layer up a couple of bits and pieces. So, you know, maybe some doily and things, but just keeping them kind of super, super simple, really. But just in order to just use up those little ovals. And then I think what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to stick that on there. And then I'm going to stitch these on the sewing machine, is the plan. So that, then we want the doily piece on top. I mean, actually, I've now more or less covered up all of that tape measure, which is a shame, because that was nice. Okay, just press that down. And then just have this just here. Oh, aren't they just gorgeous? Love how that looks. So that's one. Let's do another one. So I'm just going to kind of mix them up a little bit. They're going to be the same basic components, but you know, we might just kind of alter them slightly here and there. Oh, this is now half up one way and half up the other for that tape measure. Oh well, we can just kind of cover it at the top, I guess, can't we? So maybe have that there. Actually, I think what I'm going to do, let's come back to these buff coloured ones, because this then is blending in a little bit too much to the background. So yeah, I might decide not to kind of go for that. So it's just pop this one down. Oops. Okay. Oh my gosh, look, just sticking this everywhere. Let me go back to this glue. Okay, so that's another one. And then again, let's just tear a little bit more doily off. More of the tape measure. Oh, this has now got a join in this paper bag, so yeah, I might get rid of that actually and have just this kind of slither. Might be better. Hadn't noticed that obviously until then. Let's have this on here. Okey-doke. Pop that one down. Like that. Bit of doily again, I think. I was going to make these all slightly different, but actually they're all the same at the moment. gosh, I'm really loving how they look. I don't actually even want to stitch around them now. I think they just look gorgeous how they are. They're just so, oh, just lovely. I love using just black, you know, with the ivory and things. It just has the most striking sort of appearance, doesn't it? Now, do I want to use one of my screwed up pieces, or shall I keep that? I'm going to keep that screwed up one actually, and that one for the buff coloured ones. Let's keep them for those. Whoops. Okay. That's it. Pop that down. Yay, we're on the last two here anyway. Obviously we've got the buff coloured ones, so I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do for the buff coloured ones yet, but I'll come to those in a minute. Oh. Okay. Let's have that there. Okay, put that down. A bit more of the doily. Yeah, let's have a look and think, what are we going to do with those buff coloured ones? Might be worth stamping some of the tape measure onto a different colour, like maybe doing the reverse of these. So we've got like the negative, i.e. stamp that onto, oops, stamp that onto coffee dyed colour instead of the craft colour. So it would be like this, but in the complete reverse. So let's have a go at that in a minute. I'll just pop this down here. Oh no, I hadn't torn my tape measure piece out. So I was getting a bit ahead of myself there, kind of a bit too assembly line style. I had forgotten that I hadn't even done half of the bits. Okay, so we just pop that one down there. And a bit of doily, because we also haven't put that there yet. Okay. Right, mop that up. Oh my gosh, everything's stuck on me. Okay, let's put that down there. You have to excuse my hands. I'm very, very messy because I have already been doing a couple of videos already. So, yeah, I've already got quite messy today. Right, so that's those 5. Aren't they just gorgeous? I just love them. So let's now do these colour ones with like the reverse. So I've just got here, this is just some vintage paper from my scraps box. And so's this. So let's just do exactly the same. Perhaps we'll do a different stamp though, rather than the tape measure. So let's just see what else I've got here to the side of me. The tape measure is really good because it's a kind of background stamp. Some of the other stamps have got actually, you know, like pictures on, which of course then, you know, I don't want to be tearing through like a picture. So that was kind of quite handy. Let's just do, oh no, I don't want text because it will be the same again. So no, let's do the tape measure after all. So get my stays on again. There we go. Oh gosh, made a mess of that one, didn't I? I just stamped this one. I don't know whether I'll need this one, but just in case. Okay, right. So tear this one down. Put that down. doke. Put that there. Oh, no, I haven't got any more doily left. This is, yeah, I'm very unprepared, obviously, aren't I? I've always got doily floating around. Now, of course, I can't see any more. I mean, obviously, I must have some here, but it's obviously buried somewhere. I have got this green doily, but clearly that's not really going to be quite right on there. I'm just going to try it anyway, but yeah, that's a bit weird, isn't it? Yeah, I was trying to kind of keep them very neutral, so let me just go and grab some more doily. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. So I've just got another doily here. Again, it's just, you know, coffee dyed, so just then we can, you know, just fill in a little bit. Don't need much because these are teeny tags. Okay. Put that on there. Okay, press that down. And we're going to just have this thing over there actually to the side on this one. So this is where I obviously screwed this up, and now I'm going to find that this is not going to want to obviously glue down. So it will turn out to have been a complete disaster. Right, let's see. Hopefully that's going to glue on there okay. So then we're just going to do this one now. Let's just use this piece. And do you know what's the worst thing? I'm feeling chuffed because I've used a couple of scraps from my scrap bin. Hello, that's the scrap bin. I mean, seriously, could I have used any less? I've just used literally 2 bits of this. I mean, hardly worth kind of singing about, is it? But yeah, I feel pleased with myself that I've used those 2 bits. Crazy, absolutely crazy. Don't know what that is about. To come to the point where you're thrilled to have used literally, you know, these 2 minuscule scraps, that's a problem, isn't it? That is a problem. Okay, then just glue the doily down. Okay. So now I'm just going to go over to the sewing machine and stitch around the edge. Now I don't know whether I want to stitch around the edge of all of these because I think they're actually really nice. The ivory ones I'm particularly really liking, kind of just plain. So I maybe will just stitch around these buff coloured ones. I'm not sure. So I'm going to just go and have a look, stitch around and see how they look, and then I'll decide, you know, whether to stitch any more. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so I'm back from the sewing machine and I actually did decide to stitch around them all, but I'll show you what I've done because I did a couple of different things on just 1 or 2 of them. So this one here, obviously, as you can see, I just stitched around kind of all around the edge. Looks gorgeous, doesn't it? This one here, again, just stitched around the edge, so just chop those threads off. And this one here, I also just stitched around the edge. So let me just get rid of those threads off the desk. Oops. Oh gosh, now it's stuck in my hand. Hold on a second. Oh, come on. Right. Okay, right. This one, I didn't stitch around the edge. What I did was stitched around the oval of the butterfly. So obviously I just, you know, stitched super slowly so that I could actually do that around the oval shape. And then I didn't bother stitching around the edge because I wondered whether it might look too much to have kind of stitching everywhere. So this is that one that's going to be a little kind of flippy tag, and I did exactly the same here. I just stitched around the oval there of the butterfly. So let me just again cut my threads off. And then these are the 2 buff coloured ones, which again, oops, I did just stitch around the edge of. Oh gosh, I have threads everywhere. Let's get rid of all of those, and oh, finally these ones. Okay, so they're gone now. Right, let's get rid of those into the bin. So I absolutely love how these tags look. I mean, just yummy. They just, to me, look super, super scrumptious, just exactly how they are. But, I mean, if you've made anything kind of similar to this with me, then there's just a few little things that we could do to kind of maybe finish them off, make them look a little bit even more scrumptious than they already do. So I've got here some of my little chipboard tiles, which, you know, I like to kind of just keep some of these in my stash. And they're just literally made from kind of chipboard pieces and, you know, painted up or covered with, you know, papers, and then they're glossy accented and things. I don't always glossy accent them. Sometimes I have them without the glossy accents, but I really, really love these, and they're also super fun to make. So I thought we could maybe use, you know, something like that, maybe as a tab on some of these. I mean, to be honest, I actually think these tags look so nice that, to be honest, I don't even think they need really any kind of tab or anything else. But I just thought that this might be quite a nice way to finish them off. So I mean, this one here might be kind of ideal because it's quite small, so let me just put that down there. Oops. And if I pop it on that one, for instance, that's got sort of slightly wider, because I obviously just, you know, ad hoc cut these. Some are narrower than others. So this is very narrow at the top. So obviously to me that just looks very strange because it's the entire width of the tag. But on this one, it looks quite nice on there. So I'm just going to glue that on, just using my regular glue. I mean, as I say, I really think they're just so lovely that they just don't even need, you know, any kind of tab at all. I think they're just absolutely scrumptious as they are. And obviously on the back, I've just got where I'd kind of painted that and didn't paint the back, so I can just kind of distress that to you know, make it look a little bit better like that. And I don't think I even have distressed these tags, to be honest, yet. So again, could just go around and distress them, you know, if they kind of need it. So that's that one. And then I also brought along just some craft card, and I know that I've done this quite a few times before, but I just love, if I've got quite small tags, I love making little baby tags to hang from them. So for instance here, that's probably a bit wide, to be honest, so let me just trim that down so it's not so wide looking. And we'll just again ink this up like that. Okay, and maybe we'll have a word or something on here, or, you know, a number or something that's, you know, vaguely in the same sort of colourway, hopefully. So that looks quite nice. And what I'll do is just do a little bit of stamping so that that's also got the same sort of effect going on it as the tag itself. So I'm just finding where I put my stamp that I used. Oh gosh, what have I done with that? What have I done with that? Maybe I put it up here. No, can't see that. Right, maybe I put it in my drawer, which is just always a mistake, isn't it, to put anything away in your drawer? No, I can't see it in there either. Well, it doesn't matter. I can use a different stamp. That's fine. Let me just have a look. I mean, it's obviously in this box somewhere, but well, that's just so peculiar because I literally have only just that second used that stamp. Oh, here it is. It is in the box, but it had got tucked down the side. Okay, so again, I'm just going to go in and just stamp over here, just so it's got a little bit of something else going on there as well. And we'll just then ink that up. Okay, pop that down there. So I'm just going to kind of put this with this one because I'm going to have that with that one. And we'll just do another couple, so try and make them slightly thinner this time. So I mean, this is just a brilliant way of using up some of your scraps. You know, I mean, these are super fast tags and they're so nice, aren't they? I really love them, you know, and just so simple. I mean, literally I've used like practically nothing. And, you know, I mean, essentially they have just literally been made from scraps, including even, you know, paper bag and things. And they look really, really, really gorgeous, don't they? So they're definitely, you know, a little project that you can just do in like no time and just then have them in your stash ready to pull. So just that one, okay. And then just ink those. Oh, I best put the lid on my StazOn before I dip my blending tool in the StazOn, which, as you know, I do that quite frequently. So, okay, go around there. And actually, I'm just going to do the back as well, because if these are hanging, you know, dangling, they may well have the back visible as well. So, just do that one as well. Okay, right, so then I want to just stick something on these two as well. So am I going to use these for, right, that's a bit too blending in for me, I think, those two. So I think something here would be better. Let's see, what words have we got? Again, I could really do with printing off some more words. Okay. Ah, got notes, so that's quite a good one. Oh. Okay. So we can just pop notes down on that one. And then that's ponder, and I've got beauty. So let's just tear these down. Okay. And just ink these up a bit. Okay, I mean, these are the type of thing that, to be honest, you know, bizarrely, I will then not want to use these, because I will love these so much that then I'm going to not really want to use them, which, what is that about? I have no idea. But I can just sense it already, that they're going to be something I'm going to then want to hoard. It's crazy, isn't it? Crazy. But that's just the type of thing that's going to happen. Okay. And, you know, of course you could even kind of emboss these or something, just for a little bit of difference. So perhaps we'll do that. So let's just emboss this one. So again, I'm just going to get my embossing powder. I'm loving this embossing powder, I must say. It's just so yummy. Yeah, it's really, really nice. So I keep on just using it all the time. I think I've said before recently, but the amount of times that I buy a craft item and then I don't really like it, and I kind of think, oh, you know, what a waste of money. Why did I buy that? But this is definitely a lovely product and I'm really pleased with it. So yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't find I can go very far wrong if I buy stamps, paper. Stamps and paper, they're really kind of the things that I buy, to be honest. But if I kind of deviate from that and buy more, you know, arty type things like the embossing powder or pens, or then often I, yeah, don't really like them. But I do genuinely think it's normally user error in my case. Right, I'm just going to emboss this. Okay, so I'm back. I've embossed this one. And whilst I was at it, I also embossed this one as well, just to kind of... you know, so I've got a couple embossed, and this one I'm going to leave naked, not embossed. And all I'm going to do is grab in my eyelets and then just going to do a couple of eyelets. So do I want to, is the question. That's very orange, isn't it? I'm still waiting for my, oh, I've forgotten the name of the product, but it's the thing that extends the patina stuff. So I'm still waiting for that to arrive. And obviously once it does, then I will be able to, you know, colour a lot of these so that I don't have all these leery colours. Oh, leery, that's a word I haven't said for a long time. Like years. I haven't said that word. I don't know why I haven't said it, and I don't know quite why I suddenly did say it, but yeah, it just kind of seemed like the word I needed to use. Right, so I'm just going to punch this hole here, and then I'm also going to punch a big hole in this one. I know it's a bit strange because it is a tiny tag, but I'm hoping it's going to look quite, you know, impactful, if that's such a word, having the big hole, or the big eyelet, sorry. So, okay. Oops, did I just drop that tag? No. For a minute, I thought, oh, I've actually dropped it completely. So that's going to be for that one. And then this I'm going to do, again, punch a big hole here. And a big hole here. Oh, let's hope I haven't gone through the end of that. No. I thought that was a possibility. Oops. Oh, come on. It's a bit tricky to get that eyelet in for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. Oh well. Squish that down. Okie dokie. Right. So let's get having a look at what we want to do with these. So we've got this one obviously with the tile. Then these ones here that I've kind of punched the holes in on the like bigger tag. I mean, not that it's a big tag by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm going to just pop the little hole protectors on, or the hole reinforcers. I always like to glue them as well, just in case they are not playing the game, you know, and staying kind of attached. Okay, and then I'm just going to get my ball chain, which again I used this recently. Oh, so sorry about the state of my hands, honestly. So if you didn't see my video where I talked about this and you haven't seen this before, I just got mine from eBay. I've bought it lots of times, you know, for years and years I've used this. And literally I just search ball chain and it comes up on eBay. It comes in different sizes. Obviously for junk journals, you're going to probably want, you know, a pretty teeny size. The only problem being that then you can't really see and you can't really kind of handle all these tiny bits if you're anything like me anyway. So just pull my glasses down. And when you type in the ball chain to search for, it will come up with both the ball chain and you will get results as well in your search for these little, I don't know what to call these, the fastening type bit things. Okay, so you know, if you type in ball chain, you're going to get results for both. Oh my gosh, this is so fiddly. You would have thought that I would just stop using things like this, to be honest, wouldn't you? Because, or at least stop using them on camera, but okay, I might have to get a wipe in a minute and wipe my hands off, because that's probably not helping, because they've got glue, they've now got embossing powder on them, you know, stuck into the glue. Oops. There we go. So that's that one with the ball chain. Okay, let me get rid of this off the desk now. Put that down to the side. I'm going to do one with a bulb pin. So we just grab a bulb pin here. Like that. Oops. So that's really nice, isn't it? And then this one, I was thinking we could just use a brad, to be honest, which would look quite nice. Although I then thought, wonder if we could use, I wonder if we could use a staple. I'm not quite sure now which I prefer. I've also got some lace here, so let's just see. Oh, maybe. Let me just cut this down. So, just obviously a very tiny piece of lace because, you know, this is a tiny tag. Oops. Oh, this is so tiny. I'm even struggling with the lace. Look. Oh. Honestly, what a nightmare. So that's just the little bit of lace there, and you know, I'm kind of just thinking we could just staple that across the top. As I say, I was thinking a brad, but to be honest, I think the lace, the staple would look really cute. So let me just grab my stapler. It's just in my bag behind me where I've taken it to my mum's. Okay, let me just pick this up. Oh. Okay. So just staple that down across there, like that. That's those. Then we've got these ones here. So let's see what we want to do. So this one here is obviously, it's not really a tag. It's a flip, you know, well, I guess that is still a tag, but you know what I mean. So we don't necessarily want to have something that's going to obstruct it from opening. So if we had like something threaded through, that would obviously make it a bit of a problem to actually open it. So we could have something like lace, because of course that would then, you know, be flexible. Yeah, I'm just thinking, or I mean, of course we could just have it just without a tab, to be honest. So perhaps we'll have it without a tab, and I'm thinking perhaps we'll just have a word on the tag itself. Tab and tag. Oh, it's all getting very confusing, isn't it? So I'm just going to, I think, have that little bit of lace there, and we'll just have a little word. Let's have a black one. Okay, so let me just grab in my distress ink again. I mean, obviously this is black, so it's not particularly showing up, but just, you know, like that. Okay, so I'm just going to hot glue this down, which will then obviously hot glue the lace in place as well. There we go. Oh, that is super fiddly. I'm just going to chop this lace down here a bit, because otherwise it was a little bit in the way of that butterfly. So that's that one. Gorgeous. Now these two, what should we do with these? Let's have a think. So just get that thread off. Whoops. Trying to think. Wondering if we could have a little butterfly as one of the tab toppers for one. So let me just grab my butterflies in. Now, do I have anything that's going to be good colour-wise? That's the question. As I always say, you know, we have all of these things in our stash, and then the number of times I don't have quite what I'm looking for, which just goes to show how much stuff we really do need. Because, you know, if you haven't got the right things, you're not going to feel happy when you've finished your project, are you? Because although nobody else might notice it, the first thing you're going to see every time you look at it is the one thing that's irritated you that you didn't have, because that's kind of how it goes, isn't it? So I've got this butterfly here. It's not really the right colour, but once I ink it up, it might become the right colour. So let's have a look. That's quite nice, isn't it? What do you think? Yeah, I quite like that, I think. Not sure whether that's still the right colour, weirdly. It just doesn't really look quite the right colour, does it? I don't know what colour that was, but let's try this one. Now I would try inking this up with the black soot, but to be honest, like I say, I didn't really kind of get on too brilliantly with it when I tried it before. So it's one of those I'm going to need to practice with a little bit. I know that sounds crazy to have to practice with an ink, but honestly, it was quite, now just thinking, might have to, well, they're not the same size, because this has been printed with something on the back that is purple, which is obviously not going to look too good. Right, let's just have another rethink. So, I've got some of my numbers. Wonder if we could have like a number or anything. There's the tab instead. Oh gosh, no, that looks horrible. Absolutely horrible. Oh, have a black flower. Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? Oops. It's got something stuck on it. I mean, to be fair, as I say, they actually look quite nice with nothing. So if I ended up having no tab, it wouldn't be the end of the world. You know, they look pretty nice with no tab whatsoever. Right, let's get rid of those. I don't want to have those after all. Right, get rid of that. Let's do something. Have I got some black ribbon, which I know that I have. Have I got it beside me? That's the question. Nope. Right, let me have a look in my ribbon box. Aha, this is great. Yep, I've got some of this ribbon. So again, we can just do one that's got a hangy, you know, like a long hangy tab. So again, just put one of those hole reinforcers in there. Okay. There we go. And do we want something else going through there as well? That would be good, wouldn't it? That's not quite right. That's not quite right. I'm probably just now overcomplicating this, to be honest. I should have just kept this as it was. Let's just go for the ribbon. So I would just then, oh gosh, come on. I would just then, you know, tie this up here at the top and then just cut that down. So that's that one. Oh gosh, can't see now where the knot is. Oh my goodness me. Let me cut that other thread off that's hanging miles. And we've got one final one. So let's do a bow, I think, on this one. Actually, I wonder if I've got a bow ready-made. Hold on 2 moments. I literally am grabbing my bows. I've got some little black ones here that are ready-made. So I'm just going to grab one of those. Okay. And we can just kind of finish it off like that. So this is a super dinky bow, I must say. Teeny. Okay, right, I'm just going to hot glue this down nice and quick. Yay. There we go. So different looks from the same, essentially the same tag. So let's see the ones that we've done. So we've got obviously the bow, we've got the ribbon there, we've got the little flippy that's just got then the word with the lace. Then we've got these couple with the other hanging tags, one with the ball chain and one with the bulb pin. And then we've got this one here with this staple with the little tag. And then we've got this one here with the chipboard tile. So yeah, I hope that you like them. I love how they turned out. They're just so my type of thing. I can't tell you. So I hope that you like them and have good fun if you are making some. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll join me again next time. Thanks then. Bye.